everything's kind of stabilized. Oil temperature, where's my oil temperature at? Oil temperature. It's pretty much almost mirroring coolant temperature, so that's good. Kind of wonder if we should have changed that oil thermostat in the oil cooler while we were there. I'm doing a forced regen on it. As you can see, there's no codes or anything. The high exhaust temps because of the regen. But I'm at 1082 degrees on the outlet. Seems like every time I do one of these, I get nervous because every time, it doesn't matter. It seems like you can mess with that backlash setting on that timing gear train, and I did it twice on this one just to make sure. I mean, and then there always seems like they're a little noisy, and then they kind of quieten down after you run them a while. It started cooling down, so it must have well, no it didn't. The outlet's still hot. So this thing has used 1,763 gallons of DEF. Wow. What a waste of valuable resources. You know, all this shit is just bullshit. It really is. It's just all bullshit. I mean, you're burning more fuel, you're mining more elements and special materials like platinum, you know, special materials out of the earth. All those machines that are mining it are burning more fuel now. You're doing twice the harm to the environment than you were. You know, and it's the same thing with the wind and the solar. Look at how all that stuff's made, and look what happens look what happens to those wind turbines when they dismantle them. They bury them. They bury them in the ground. And this is environmentally friendly? These people just can't leave it alone, you know? Turn my dash lights on so I can see the... Just really sitting here watching and monitoring everything just to prevent any issue. There, okay. I'm looking at the right way here. This camera has two lenses on it, so sometimes I get them switched around. The other lens has got a blur on it, so I always use the other one. Well, yeah, we'll run it. I got to do the air conditioner and then put the hood on, and after I'm satisfied, I think I'll probably zip tie. I got a lot of zip tying and tidying up to do. And then we're gonna jump, hopefully we get this thing done here today, and then we can jump on that John Deere 9620 and go get the engine put in it. I kind of wanted to do a regen on this one anyway with all the coolant. For, you know, it was obviously going across the fire ring, so I was a little nervous about the coolant being in the inlet side of that DPF filter, so I'd kind of wanted to do a regen and try to get that stuff burned out of there and cleaned out. But it must have not really made it in there, because usually when they get coolant like that in the DPF, little white smoke when it starts dosing really bad, and this one didn't do it. So well, so far so good. Keep your fingers crossed. Well, guys, she's out on her own feet now. I don't know where to put this camera in here. Might have to just set you here for a minute until I get turned and get out on the road. These trailers that are decked up like this, you gotta go easy, especially over these rough spots. You can't get crazy and rock the trailer off the side of the bed of the truck. some again stick. There's nothing metal in the truck. I get going down the road here. Well, let's check it out. Got the air conditioner on, so the fan came on because it came up on high pressure, I'm sure. Get going down the road, get some air moving through the condenser, and that'll stop. There ain't nothing metal in this sucker to stick this camera to. Well, let me sit you up here on the I'll have to get back to the shop and hook inside up. I want to see what that one check engine light came on for as soon as I left. I mean, as soon as I started it, pulled it out of the shop, the check engine light came on. It came on, and as soon as I cleared the door, it went off. And I thought, well, what the hell was that all about? Not used to driving this truck. I know I'll get all the professional truck drivers out there, but I don't, it's not my truck. So every one of these trucks seems like they shift a little different. So far so good. Get back to the shop. I'm going to pull it up on the other side of the shop, and I want to pressure wash the engine off, especially back there where the rear structure and stuff was leaking, and get that cleaned off for him. He said he's going to take it to the truck wash because when that head gasket blew, it was blowing water. All you can see is all over the window. So he's going to go get that cleaned up, but I want to get the engine cleaned off for him. Just double check, make sure there's no leaks and everything. I mean, these guys that are running a long ways away, we must have done something right. He said at about 1300 RPM, he was at 35 PSI. We're at 40 now, so we gained 5 pounds of oil pressure. So anyway, that's good when you gain oil pressure. Well, so hopefully all things turn out good. I don't care how many times you do these things. the human error factor is always present. So I really try, like when I'm doing head bolts, I mark them. When I do the cam gear stuff, I mark them, just to try to double check everything that you're doing. And if you're not sure, go back and do it again. If you're still not sure, call somebody that maybe knows a better method. So anyways, guys, hopefully he'll get on the road with this thing and start hauling some hay. It's these guys hold a big dairies down in Turlock. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys.